And we are back with this state series in the channel where I go over the top leagues in Europe and just do an overview of how things are going. I mainly did an overview for the Premier League and Champions League, two of the leagues which I made previews for at the beginning of the season. I also made a preview for La Liga, and that will be coming out soon, but I just wanted to change things out a bit and do a preview for this Portuguese league, the Primeira Liga, once called Liga NOS. I didn't do a preview for Liga NOS, Primeira Liga, but I still want to talk about this league because I think it's one of the most interesting leagues in Europe, and one time during this season, they were within that top 5, that elite group of leagues in Europe. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing, just like all the other episodes in this series, just a light overview, nothing in depth. I'll be making videos in depth on each team and how they're performing. Soon, Premier League, I'll be talking about the top 6 and maybe other teams. Champions League, I'll be talking about the favorites. Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, Primeira Liga, all of these leagues which have been quite interesting so far this season. Welcome back to the JVM Football channel, where you can find game analysis, football history, individual performances, top 10s, etc. If you are interested and like more football content like this, please subscribe to the channel. So yeah, the first thing that I want to talk about is how one of my favorite things about this league is the competition amongst the top 3. In the Premier League, you have the top 6, but the beauty of the Premier League is that it always fluctuates. Even now, you have a team like West Ham in the top 4, and that's the thing about the Premier League is unpredictable, and in every new season, you're gonna get something special. Look no further than the 2016 season, where Leicester, which were one of the teams that were going to be relegated in 2015, managed to come back the next year and win the league. That's the Premier League for you. There's always that special thing that you cannot be completely sure of. In the La Liga, you have, of course, Real and Barca and Atletico, and they're always going to do their thing. And then you have the likes of Valencia, Sevilla, and whatnot coming through behind. And the thing with La Liga is the superstars and the power that they have within each team. Serie A, you of course have the top teams. We all know who they are: Juventus, Napoli, Inter, etc. But Bundesliga is just by and dominating everything. But this Portuguese league, the top 3 are always going at it. The top 3 are always going at it throughout the whole season, on it all the time. Year after year, the top 3, Benfica, Porto, and Sporting, was going at it, and this season is no different. Right now, after 13 games played, Porto sit at the top with 35 points, followed by Sporting, which also have 35 points, followed by Benfica, which have 31 points. And that's the team I want to start with, Benfica. Benfica have been disappointing this season so far. Last season they made a lot of moves, they signed a lot of players, and they managed to get their fan favourite Jorge Jesus back. But that wasn't enough, and they lost the league to Sporting, who hadn't won the league in about 17, 18 years. So that was something special. But you look at the beginning of the season, I even picked them as one of my outliers for the Champions League, because I thought that although they didn't do anything special last season, this was going to be their revenge season, their comeback season, where they would take things as next step forward. But unfortunately, Porto and Sporting have been much more consistent. They have taken that edge over Benfica, and unfortunately right now they sit third. I mean, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on who you support, they sit third. Some of the players which have been outstanding from them have been João Mário, his return, Rafa Silva, and Luca as well. I don't really know how Benfica. It's just consistency, really. They just need to pick up that consistency and take things forward. A problem with this type of team is that because the academy is so good, once the young players come in, they get sold straight away, so they never have enough time to develop in the club and help the club to go the next few steps forward. That's something Benfica have been suffering with. But even that aside, I still think that Benfica could be doing much better this season. They are only 4 points from first place, and if they can stay consistent and don't wiggle too much about with the poor results from Porto and Sporting, which are sure to come, they'll be able to do something special this season. Then we go on to Sporting, the champions from last season, and they currently say tied for first place with Porto. The main thing I want to say about Sporting is how they managed to turn a bad situation, which was losing Bruno Fernandes, into something special with them going on to win the league, and also the emergence of Pedro Gonçalves, and how this season alone in 9 games played he's already contributed to 6 goals with 4 goals and 2 assists. Pedro Gonçalves is only 23 and he's turning into a fine player. I don't think he'll be our Sporting for much longer due to 1, his age, 2, his talent, and 3, his end product. Reminds you, he can type of player that reminds you kind of Bruno with his output and the position he plays about. But yeah, from Sporting side, they are doing well. Sporting are doing well. To all of these 3 teams, it's always the same thing every season. Just stay consistent and you win the league. Yeah, Sporting doing well, nothing too much to say there. Then we have Porto, again doing well. Porto, they won the league 2 years ago. Last season they missed out. They were not in that, what we like to call that title run per se. They finished second, 5 points behind Sporting, which is never something good to finish with that much of a distance from your rivals. But again, this is both of Porto and Benfica. It's their comeback season, because these 2 teams have dominated the league before last season, for the past 10 years. They each won 5 titles respectively, so to see Sporting winning last season was something unexpected, so they will be looking to come back. For Porto, that's really what I have to say. They're at the top right now, looking to come back to win the league. Big props to Sergio Conceição. This man, I don't think he gets enough love. I think he's one of the best managers in Europe. This Porto squad isn't the best in Primeira Liga. I think that Sporting and Benfica have much better squads, but Sergio Conceição has still managed to rally the troops and get them in first place. They also managed to, although this is not the Primeira Liga, this is the Champions League, but they managed to get a result against Atletico. So that leaves the doors open for them. But yeah, nothing much to say, just well done Porto. They are doing very well, and they'll possibly win the league this season if they carry on. But anyways guys, this is just another episode of this overview series looking at the state of each league in each of the top leagues in Europe. I wanted to do Primeira Liga because I don't think it is talked about enough, and just a little breath of fresh air to the channel, talking about a different league. Anyways, thank you very much for watching the video until the end. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more game analysis, football history, individual performances, top 10s, etc. This is the beginning of something special, and it would mean the world to me if you subscribed and help me to grow this channel.